Ready, set, adventure! Welcome to Hikanuki World Tour and a day at sea on the NCL Spirit. We'll experience the many activities to be found on board and enjoy a delicious dinner at Onda by Scarpetta. So let's give it our best shot. Good morning from the NCL Spirit Garden Cafe.
Good morning. Buongiorno, buenos dias, guten morgen, good night, boker tov, dobra utro, sobra lano, to sobra bat. Annyeonghaseyo, ohayo gozaimasu, sawadika, hola,
Thank you.
magandang umaga. Thank you.
Today's a sea day, and a sea day is always a good day to try new things on the ship which you might not have gotten around to yet. We're taking a look at the buffet, but I think we're going to try the local for breakfast this morning. Although I'm always tempted by a made-to-order omelet. But I'm going to resist temptation and go down to the local, even though the chefs here always make the best omelets. It's also hard for me to pass on the fresh fruit, but I'm sure they'll have some at the local. The buffet is fairly busy this morning, but I'm sure a lot of people are opting to sleep in. It's supposed to be a nice warm day today, although right now it's a bit windy. Let's go take a look around. If you're going to the pool, make sure to pick up a towel, but don't forget to return it or you'll be charged $25. It's about 9:15 in the morning, and there were some people heading to the main pool. We never had a problem finding a chair on this cruise. There are 4 hot tubs surrounding the main pool. There was usually space in at least one of the 4. If you're a walker, you may want to check out Deck 7 as the promenade deck goes the whole way around the ship. But joggers must stay on Deck 13. Shooting some hoops is a good morning exercise. Deck 12 and the great outdoors was a great place to sit and enjoy whatever you had picked up at the buffet. This was another positive of the NCL Spirit. There were plenty of tables and chairs, and these were even undercover, so you could eat outside even if it was raining. These decks also have good views of the Spice H2O pool and the ocean. As you might know, this was our favorite place to watch the sailaways. Towel distribution here was on the honor system. Just write your name and cabin number and how many towels. Chairs right around the front of the pool, as well as the chairs that look aft, did fill up quickly, but again, we always were able to find a chair. There were also chairs underneath the overhang if you wanted shade. And with this view, no wonder these chairs filled up quickly. There's just something calming about looking out over the water. And now it was time to head to the local to get some breakfast. In addition to room service, this is the only place to get food 24 hours a day. Their menu does change throughout the day, from breakfast, lunch, dinner, to snacks. But something is always available. And of course, you'll find friendly crew.
Good morning. Welcome to local. Enjoy your breakfast.
Expect basic pub-type food at the local. Other than at Starbucks, coffee is complimentary. As expected, a fruit salad was available, and that was my starter. My husband started with 2 eggs, sunny side up, and breakfast potatoes. Eggs were cooked perfectly, and the breakfast potatoes were crispy and lightly browned. I had the French toast, which was a thick, fluffy slice of bread, perfectly toasted, served with maple syrup and powdered sugar. Yum! Clearly better than what's served on the buffet. After that satisfying breakfast, we stopped in at the atrium. It was interesting to note that there was still a line at the excursion desk. On the big screen, information about the NCL fleet, upcoming cruises, and upcoming innovations was being shown. We've sailed on a number of different NCL ships. You can choose from smaller ships like this one, or the Pearl or the Joy, or the brand new ship, the Aqua. They also have a good variety of worldwide cruises, so you should be able to find your next NCL cruise even when you're on board now. I can't really pick a favorite cruise line, but NCL is definitely in the running. On Deck 7, you can walk the entire way around the ship. This is a feature that's hard to find on newer ships. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning now, and the main pool was starting to get busy. It was day 7, and we've been doing a lot of eating, so we thought we better hit the fitness center. While we weren't alone, there was still room on some of the machines. After our workout, we headed up to the Spinnaker Lounge. They were getting ready for bingo. Oh yeah! I haven't had any bingo luck for a long time, so I decided to pass. There was quite a crowd gathering. It is a fun activity on a sea day. Today you even got an extra raffle ticket when you bought your bingo cards. It was feeling like lunchtime, so we headed to the Garden Cafe. You can always get pizza at the buffet, but there's no dedicated pizza place. Tonight we'll be dining at Onda by Scarpetta, the specialty Italian restaurant, so we don't want to eat too much for lunch. But this roast beef did look good. The seafood stir-fried noodles sounded like an interesting choice, so we decided to try that. They looked like they would be delicious. As always, the crew were hard at work, keeping everything looking good and fresh. She made us a nice bowl to try. It was definitely chock full of shrimp. We gave it 3.5 shakas. I had a made-to-order Greek salad, but it was a little lacking. There were a lot of Asian specialties on today's buffet. I think because it was a sea day, the buffet was much more varied than usual. We like to go to the main dining rooms on sea days, but it's very time consuming and we wanted to get to the pool this afternoon. The soup was piping hot on a hot day. But the Garden Cafe is air conditioned, so all was well. The soup was good, but it was a little salty and a little heavy on the fish sauce. But for a buffet item, it was a good change of pace. And for the perfect ending to this lunch, we had a scoop of chocolate and pistachio ice cream. And then it was pool time. We'd been spending a lot of time at Spice H2O, but hadn't yet hit the pool. The weather was finally cooperating. The afternoon is also a good time to shoot some hoops. As a smaller, older ship, the NCL Spirit doesn't have any water slides or even go-kart tracks like some of the other NCL ships do. And it's one reason kids might not have a great time on this ship. One specialty activity today was margarita tasting. This did come at an extra charge even if you had the drink package. On our cruise, this was $22 plus gratuity per person. If you're a margarita fan, this is probably a pretty good deal as you get to taste all the different flavors. Keep an eye on your Freestyle Daily to see what other drink tastings might be offered. This can be a fun thing to do on a sea day. The crew included a brief introduction to each of the drinks, what the ingredients were, and which one was their favorite. Just a reminder to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to Hikanuki World Tour. It really helps our channel grow. Thanks, we really do appreciate you. If drinking isn't your thing, let's take a walk around the ship and see what else to do on a sea day. Today's a beautiful day, so you can relax by the pool at Spice H2O. Find a table and play some mahjong or cards. Find a scenic spot to check your emails. Or relax with a good book and some good music. In the atrium, attend a presentation about upcoming cruises. If margaritas aren't your thing, they were getting ready for a mojito tasting.
You can always look at your key. Your key will tell you your level.
You can pick up a snack or dessert at the buffet. And it's always time for ice cream. I thought the hand-scooped ice cream was some of the best I've had on a cruise ship. And there was no extra charge. You can check out the action in the casino. There were ongoing slot and blackjack tournaments you could participate in. And of course, slots and table games are available whenever you're at sea. It was Peter Max Day in the art gallery, and there was an art auction today. And on a sea day, sometimes it's nice to relax and listen to some music. And while you sit back and listen to the music, grab a glass of champagne or wine at Magnum's Champagne and Wine Bar. And don't be fooled by the name, because Magnum's is a full-service bar. And after a busy day at sea, we were ready to enjoy the show. Tonight was a tribute show to Divas and Divos with house band B12.
Let's take a job in the city, working for me every night and day. When I never was what made us sleeping, worried about the way the things might be. The wheels keep on turning, ooh, proud, and we keep on burning, and we We're gonna have some fun. Please sing along with me. For sure you know some of my songs, some of our songs. So yeah, let's have a good time.
That was a fantastic show that should not be missed. B12 is certainly one of the best house bands we've ever seen on a cruise ship. And now on to dinner. Tonight we were dining at the Italian Specialty Restaurant Onda by Scarpetta. Did you know that Onda means wave in Italian? Scarpetta comes from the Italian phrase fare la scarpetta, which means to savor your meal to the last bite, often by sopping up sauce with the bread. So if the name's any indication, this should be a delicious meal. For our meal, we're entitled to 3 appetizers, an entree, and 3 desserts. Even though the bread was delicious, with all that food coming, don't fill up on it. In our More at Sea package, we had 2 specialty dinners included where we just had to pay the gratuity. On our sailing, there was a $40 charge for this restaurant. For reference, here's the rating scale that we like to use. Most everything at Onda was at least a 3.5. For our first appetizer, we chose the yellowtail crudo. It was thinly sliced and buttery with the perfect amount of olive oil and pickled red onion. This was delicious and we gave it 4 shakas. Next was the burrata. This came with a healthy portion of prosciutto. The burrata was good and creamy, but the tomatoes were a little underripe. The fritto misto featured various fried items. Conceptually this was good, but it seemed a little uninspired and the breading wasn't crispy. It was our least enjoyed appetizer. Next was the margarita pizza, and our only complaint was how big it was. It could have been an entree for 1 person or easily shared by 4. It was so good that we were disappointed we couldn't finish it and wish they offered this at other places. For dinner we tried the veal Milanese. It was served with an arugula, tomato, and red onion salad. It was probably a 3.75. The other entree we chose was the beef fillet. It was tender and cooked perfectly, although I do think that the Cagney's fillet was better. There was also truffle in the sauce, which I'm not a fan of. And then it was on to dessert. Nobody goes home hungry from Onda. Although we were entitled to more desserts, we just chose 1 tiramisu to share. This was cold and creamy with a strong coffee flavor. It was easily the best tiramisu we've ever had on a cruise ship, and rivals many that we've had in fine Italian restaurants. Make sure to save some room for this tiramisu. So after all that food, we decided to head up to the 80s dance party to burn a few calories. We had a relaxing but fun sea day, and now it was time to retire as tomorrow we would be in Thailand. This cruise has been a nice combination of port days and sea days. Our next 2 ports are in Thailand and we're very excited for them both. Thanks for joining us at Hikanuki World Tour on our sea day as we travel from Vietnam to Thailand. Our travel wisdom for today is, a cruise is a passport stamped by the sea. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram. And hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted when new videos are dropped.